Hey, this is YouTube channel Prepping with Sarge. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today we're going to do a little walk in the woods, see if we can find some more wild edibles. Maybe we'll find some new ones that I haven't shown you yet. Not too long ago, I had actually asked the question to my audience, should I only show the edible plants? And the answer I got from several people was, no, we need to see the toxic ones too, especially if you have children or pets. And I agree with that, so that's why I show you those. Anyways, we'll see what we can find out here today. If you're watching this, it is springtime in South Carolina. And it looks like it's a little overcast here, so we're gonna make the most of this time, but it's gonna be a fun video. Stay with me now. All right, thank you so much for staying with me. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I drop videos at least twice a week, always topics related to wilderness survival, foraging, medicinal plants, general preparedness, financial preparedness, gardening, basically anything that helps you to be a little bit more self-sufficient. If you are returning to the channel, thank you so much. Please remember to drop a like at some point during the video. And if you could watch the video all the way to the end, it really helps us out. I'm trying to build a little bit more watch hours here on the platform. So check out, this is all muscadine here. This is wild grapes basically. And this grows all over South Carolina. Check out this patch. Check out that patch, y'all. And it just keeps going. I mean, that is a nice wild patch of muscadine grapes. Now the leaves themselves are edible, but what the real prize is, of course, is the grapes. Now, I don't see any flowers, and that there is a vine, and this is what happens is it will vine up trees and things like that. I don't see any flowers or baby berries or baby grapes yet, but we'll keep checking this. Unfortunately, my experience has been that you got to be really vigilant if you find a patch of this, or the animals, the wildlife will get it before you do. All right, this one here is called Dame's Rocket. It will eventually grow taller and it will have white, blue, or purple flowers. One of the ways that you can identify this is, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up, we're gonna try. It has very, very fine hairs on there. And you can see the barbs on the back, which is very similar to the wild lettuce, if you remember my wild lettuce footage. And actually, these leaves look like wild lettuce to some degree. Probably a relative. Yeah, the leaves, the flowers, and the seeds are edible. It has, I guess the flowers, what I read was that are high in vitamin C. The young leaves are a little bit better, right? So these actually look like they're probably still fairly young. It hasn't flowered or anything like that yet. There is a caution with this one that too much of it has caused some people to vomit, so just be aware of that. As with all wild edibles, start slow. Be 100% sure on your identification and eat in very, very small quantities to start. All right, this pretty little plant here is Virginia sweet spire. And unfortunately, this one is not edible. It is toxic, in fact, to dogs. It's confirmed poisonous to dogs. So just be aware of what that one looks like. And if you had that growing in your yard, even though it is a pretty little plant, that might be one, if you've got pets, that I would go ahead and take out. All right, folks, here's a fun one. I've never actually seen this one in the wild. Let's see, give you a few, those of you who are chefs, take a look for a few minutes and see if you recognize it. I'm gonna give you a few seconds here. Give you a good close-up of the leaf. Okay. All right, you ready? That's actually red bay, which is a variety of bay. And those of you who are chefs probably know you can use bay leaves in seasoning, right? So most commonly this would be used in like soups. Now, one thing about the bay leaves, those of you who cook with it, you know, it remains kind of stiff and unpleasant to the palate. So it's more for seasoning. If you were making a soup, let's say you had some wild fish or wild game that you caught and you were going to make a soup with it, you would put this in there to flavor it and then remove it and not, probably discard it, not eat it. All right, this one here is a real beauty, and I mean that literally. This here is beautyberry, folks. This is one of my absolute favorites. And as you can see, there's no berries on here yet that I can see. I don't see any flowering yet, but it's still useful to us. That's why I want to show this to you right now before the berries. This is still a useful plant. the leaves of this, right? Pop one off and give you a good look at it. The American beautyberry leaves can be crushed up and mashed up into, you know, so you've got like a, there we go. You get like a paste like that, and you're gonna rub that on your skin. It's actually a natural insect repellent. Now, is it gonna be as good as, like, you know, those chemically laden ones that you get in the store? No, probably not, but if you were lost in the woods, I'd rather have this than none at all. So this is, take a good look here, folks. I'm gonna back it out so you can kind of see what the base of it looks like there. This is a good plant. In fact, one of my favorites. All right, I gotta roll back. It looks like I was gonna film some more today, but it looks like we're about to get rain. All right, folks, I was on my way back. I had to stop. You are getting one more. This is too good to pass up. This is pink wood sorrel, and this is another great one. This actually is one of the better tasting wild edibles. Tastes a little bit like sour apple to me. Other people's palates perceive it a little bit differently, but see these like clover-like leaves. Okay, heart-shaped clover-like leaves. And then these flowers, I'm not gonna pick it. I just want to show you the close-up of it. And the seeds, so the leaves, the flowers, and the seeds are all edible. And it is one of the better tasting ones. You can add this to a salad to just kind of brighten it up with some sour citrusy flavor. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate you staying with me to the very end. If you haven't already done so, please remember to drop a like. And we will see you next time. Keep planting your seeds, keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge.